The words will be brief because they fail us terribly. But what does not fail us is a simple act of being together this afternoon and in the future. Opportunities do lie ahead to remember Dwight in the fullness that we want. So this is not a memorial service here. Certainly our thoughts are now with his family. Over time, we will better understand the circumstances of Dwight's death. One question we will never understand: why Dwight? Why loss? Why tragedy? Here, experience teaches several lessons. First, and this can be hard, we have to recognize that tragedy is not something we get over. Rather, tragedy changes. It changes us as individuals. It changes us as a campus, as a community. We must be here for each other because we care about each other. I ask each of you to make a solemn promise, not to me, but to yourself. If you are feeling pain too great, if you are in distress, or somebody you know is so burdened, do all you can to get help. Talk to somebody. Do not waste an hour in inactivity. I do ask now that we take a moment of silence, certainly to remember Dwight, to keep his family in our thoughts, in our hearts, in our prayers, but also if you would just sense with me as we are squished here together, those invisible but powerful bonds that tie each of us here to the others so gathered.
We gather here today at the news of the loss of Dwight Clark, a son, a brother, a friend, a peer, and a valuable member of our Western community. There are no words to express the grief that we feel in this situation. We're grappling with emotions and struggling to make sense of something which is senseless. Over the past week, Western students have searched our streets. We've kept Dwight's family and friends in our thoughts, and we've shown our incredible devotion to our community, to one another, and to one of our own. Now is the time to support one another during this process. The pain is sharpest when our fears are confirmed. This is the first step, and it will be the hardest, but the healing process will begin. It's important to acknowledge the emotions you're feeling at this time. They are valid, and they are important. However, they are a burden no one person should ever have to bear alone. Reach out to your friends and your family and those around you who you care about most. To anyone you might see struggling during this difficult time. We need to maintain this strength and support for each other in the time to come. We need to be a Western family. The one thing that Dwight's mother told me was to make sure that I stay safe, and for me to make sure that the rest of our community stays safe. In this time of grief, it's important to ensure that you and those around you are out of harm's way. The best way for us to do that is to stay together. There is strength in numbers, and there is so much strength in this community. Looking out at this gathering, I see hope. Hope that we will persevere, and that out of this grief, we will rise even stronger. I am incredibly proud to call myself a member of this community, to call myself a Western Viking. And I'm so proud that all of you and Dwight are part of my Western family. Let us unite together, support each other in the face of adversity, be compassionate, and be a community that we can be proud of, and a community that Dwight can be proud of.